The sun is rising. And this view is sick. I mean, look here. This was pretty awesome. This was much better than the last one. That just looked good, does it? Bits of a climb. We got 3 hours until sunset, so I'm pretty positive that it's gonna work out one way or another. Early Sunday morning, and we got a big ride today. We're gonna try and conquer all the 7 highest peaks in Nordmarka. The sun is rising. I thought I overdressed this morning because I put on a lot of layers, but now that I'm getting further north in Nordmarka, it's safe to say I did absolutely not overdress, because as you can see, the ground is starting to froze solid in the sense that, you know, it's getting below 0 degrees Celsius, and it's getting all white and shit. So it's not summer anymore, I'll tell you that much. We're closing in on the first proper climb of the day. First of the 7 peaks we're gonna do today. 2 of them is rideable all the way to the summit. 1 of them is quite fast to run up and down, and the last 4, not so sure, are a bit more uncertain, so we'll see. But let's take this first one to begin with, and then we'll just knock them down one by one. Made it up the first of 7 small peaks today. This was a proper climb for the bike. 11% grade in some places, rough gravel, but made it up here. It's called Bislingen. It used to be a cabin here, maybe a hotel of some sort. I can't really tell for sure, I've never been there before, but I know there used to be some sort of serving place, if it was a cabin or a bigger hotel. I'm not sure, but I guess there's something in between. Spent around 2 hours 45 minutes so far. We just gotta keep on rolling and get to the next one. On my way up to the second summit. I thought I would have to hike this section, but it looks like I can ride a good amount of it. We'll see. I just met a really nice guy, and he said that the entrance to the next summit is up here. The road ends here, but I can continue on further in later after this one to get to the next one. So Okay, yeah, let's just change into trail shoes and get to the summit. I ditched the backpack with my drone and my big camera because the guy I talked to, he said there's no view here. Even though it's the highest peak in Nordmarka, it's just surrounded by forest, so there's no point in bringing extra weight. And it's not marked either, but it said I just have to follow the highest point all the way. I'll get there in the end, somehow, some way. I see a sign. I see a sign. So that was easy. I was worried it would be a lot longer, but that was just a quick stroll to here, the highest point in Nordmarka. I wanted to say peak or summit, but we can't really call it that, can we? I'd say highest point. So a bit underwhelming, not gonna lie, but hey, a point is a point. Summit is a summit, a peak is a peak, whatever you want to call it. And here we are, 705 meters above sea level. Helgehøyda or Helge height, the height of Helge or something. Anyways, we still got 5 peaks to go, so there's no point standing here and just hanging about. So let's bomb back down to the bike and continue on to the next one, which is actually really close by. So yeah, I think we're gonna get 3 down pretty fast today. Bit of a hike a bike section now. Tried to pedal as long as I could, but got a bit tricky in the end there, so gonna have to pull the bike a little bit now. I didn't thought the entrance would be this tricky, but apparently it is. But I think we're getting close to the trailhead, the proper trailhead, and hopefully it's not too far to the summit. It's supposed to be a nice view though, so quite excited. I think this is a good place to leave my bike because it's starting to get pretty rough now. So yeah, we change into new shoes and get up there. Yes, that's the third one. And this view is sick. I mean, look here. This was pretty awesome. This was much better than the last one. This peak is called Lamannshaugen, the layman's hill, something in that direction. First time here, 10 out of 10. For sure, 10 out of 10. Easy walk up as well, that really helped. It wasn't too far, so stoked. So that's 3 down, like I said. That means we got 4 to go, and it's now close to 11 o'clock, so yeah. I'm hoping to get everyone before it gets dark. I brought lights today for obvious reasons, but I'm really hoping that I don't have to ride much in the dark today, but we'll see. We got around 8 more hours of daylight, so I'm hoping I'm gonna make it, but no guarantees. Probably shouldn't have ditched the jacket because it is cold now. I think the weather turned a week or so, because it's been quite a warm fall so far, I think, but the last few days, last week maybe, the temperature has kind of fallen a bit, so it's like below 10 degrees during the day even, so yeah, not too stoked to be honest. I would have loved to have a bit of a warmer fall. Back down to bike again. We have done around 55k so far with hiking, and we're about 1/3 of the way. So as I mentioned, no time to waste. We just gotta get going. This is supposed to be the fastest route down to the gravel roads again, but I don't know. It is a blue trail, which means it's quite technical, so it's not too easy to ride the bike here, but I don't think it's too long. We'll give it a go. I'll be the first one to admit that that was probably not the most efficient way to get back on the gravel road, but okay, here we are. I forgot to mention it earlier, but one of my spokes got loose earlier, so I just had to tie it around one of the other spokes. So I'm not sure if my back tire is gonna hold up today, but I don't know, we're just gonna hope for the best, I suppose. That was a quick and easy ride from the last one. We are now gonna go to Black Pond Height, Black Pond Hill maybe, I don't know, something in that order. I think it's a view tower on the top. I think I've been there before, like 3 or 4 years ago, so I think it's an easy stroll. So let's just get up there and get the fourth one down. This is probably the longest hike of them all so far, 1.6 kilometers to the summit. But I brought rice cakes, homemade rice cakes actually, which consist of rice puffs, marshmallows, coconut oil, Nutella and peanut butter. And it's delicious, and it's light, and it's loads of carbs, so definitely onto something here. I gotta say, this was a pretty lame hike. Fourth one, Black Lake Hill, Black Pond Hill. Yeah, that was a lame hike, god damn it. But okay, here we are. Nice view tower. You can't see that much. You can see a little bit behind the trees there, but other than that, it's quite disappointing for such a long hike, I'd say. So the last one, Layman's Hill, tops the list so far. Absolutely. Back down the bike and 4 peaks down. As I said, we got 3 to go, and now we just gotta be super efficient because it's above 12 o'clock, it's around 12:30, and we still got 3 peaks to go, but also 100 k's on the bike at least. So yeah, no time to waste. We got 10 k's until we reach the entrance of our next hill or summit. So that's nice to know. But this trail is definitely not good for my rim. I said I wanted efficiency. That obviously didn't happen. Oh, this was such a shitty trail to ride on. Felt like my bike was gonna fall apart every second now. But soon out of here, on the gravel roads again, and hopefully this should be the end of hike bike trails for today. are now on the trailhead to the 5th summit, Wrinkle Hill, Wrinkle Peak. This is a quite famous one in Oslo, like one of the more famous ones, because there's that cabin just ahead of me here where people go to in the winter time, and probably also summertime to enjoy a meal or some pastry and coffee probably. Yeah, it's a pretty nice ski destination for cross-country skiing, that is. So yeah, trail starts here. We got 1 kilometer to the top, and then I got 2 left, but yeah, what can I say? 1:30. So it looks quite promising, but yeah, I'm curious. It's supposed to be around 150, 160 k's today, but it could be. The last 2 ones are probably a bit spread out, but I know that the next one is quite close by. So if I can do that one, then I'll definitely do the last one, even if it's really far away and it's dark. But if you get 6 out of 7 before, you know, golden hour or whatever, then yeah, I figure out something good for sure. Here we are at the top of Wrinkle Hill. Easy access, easy hike. And that's the 5th one. It's a pretty nice view here, actually. Pretty nice panoramic view. So yeah, probably 2nd best so far today. I would have loved to have gone into one of those cabins to grab a coffee and maybe something to eat, but truth of the matter is that I don't think I had the time. Even though this is the 5th one, only got 2 left, then still got a bit to ride, so I think just to be sure, then we're just gonna keep on crushing it, and then you know, if I can be home before dark, that's kind of what I'm aiming for today. But I feel good, I have to say. I feel really fresh, and we've been doing around 75 k's, I believe, in total. Maybe halfway, maybe. We got 2 left. The next one is the one I thought would be this one. So the next one I know is a peak we can ride up to the top, and that's a quite fascinating peak because the road up to the summit is actually brand new. So I'm quite excited to try it out. And we can talk a bit more about why the road is brand new and such and such and such when we get there. At the bottom of the asphalt climb, we just descended, yeah, went into a side road. Just to check on the wheel, and that just looked good, does it? Let's be honest. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Feels pretty bad too. That's why I checked, because I can feel the throw. And yeah, the spoke next to the one that's broken is starting to get pretty loose. And if that gets loose, then, you know, it's just gonna be a ripple effect, I suppose. And all the other spokes are gonna get fucked as well. I was hoping that it would hold, but I've been going over some pretty rough terrain today, so I'm not that surprised. But we'll continue on to the next climb. We'll get on top of the next climb because I really want to try that one out, and then I'll do an assessment there. But I'm pretty far from home, so I gotta get home one way or another. I just gotta figure out if I'm gonna ride down to the main road and take the bus home again, which is pretty far, or try and make it through the forest back down, or the last climb or something. A big long descent now, which is never wrong, but I do fear for my back wheel. I feel like this is gonna be thank you and goodbye once we get to the bottom, because yeah, it's chunky gravel with rocks, and yeah, it's not the smoothest, so we'll see if it's gonna last. Black old paved road, road, and we are approaching second to last climb, Guri Haugen, the Guri Hill. The wheel is still holding up, barely. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Okay, here we go. On our way to the top of Guri Hill. Brand new road, quite steep. I see some dark red segments on my Garmin, so I think I got my work cut out. 4Ks to the top. It's gonna be a doozy. Holy moly, that was brutal. That was absolutely insane. Phew! But I'm glad I made it. And it's a sick view, so pretty stoked, even though it was definitely the toughest one for today, that's for sure. Alright, so just a quick background of this certain climb, because a few years back the military decided that they wanted a new military facility of some sort. And then I guess after some soul searching or whatever they did, they decided that on top of right here they wanted their facility. And so they started plowing down the trees and make this access road. And I don't know how long they've been doing it, but I'm reckoning a few years at least. But the thing is, once the military was done and they did some more testing on top here, they found out that, oh, we can't have a facility here because of some radar or radio interference. They just had to scrap the whole thing. Just everything they've done here, you know, all the nature thing, you know, like destroying lots of trees or nature, and yeah, it's not good, you know. No consequences, obviously. They just said thanks and goodbye. So that's a shame in one way, but in another way, for us cyclists who wants a proper climb and a proper view, we can enjoy it or suffer from it depending on how you see it. So that's kind of cool, and I'm glad I made it to the top. Like I said, proper brutal but worth the view. What's even better is that this is the second to last climb. So now I've got one left, and I'm a bit curious because I've done barely 100 Ks, a bit over 100 Ks so far today with all the climbing. And the route's supposed to be, you know, 150, 160, 170. So I don't see how that's supposed to work, but I don't know that the next climb isn't that far away, so, or maybe it is. Well, only one way to find out, and then just to jump on the bike and head directly to the last one, and hopefully we'll get there before it gets dark. How's the back wheel holding up, by the way? Does it look good? I don't even dare to take a look anymore. I'm just hoping that it's gonna hold until we get to the last summit of today. We got 3 hours until sunset, so I'm pretty positive that it's gonna work out one way or another. Needed some water because I was getting thirsty and my bottle was empty. But we're closing in on the last peak or summit of the day. I reckon we got around 15, 16 left. It's been a lot of descending the last 10, 15 Ks maybe. A lot. So I'm a bit worried about what's to come, because as we all know, what comes down has to go up. But for now, I'm just chilling. If you see the road below me here, then that's where I came from. So safe to say, the climbing back up in the forest has begun. 2 hours until sunset, but I am now pretty much at the last climb. It's just a matter of maybe a kilometer 2 tops before we are, you know, at the entrance. This is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. Once we're on top, it's basically downhill all the way back to the main road to the Surke Valley, and that is pretty much home. So yeah, it's pretty sick. It's been a sick day. I'm pretty stoked right now. I kind of thought that I wouldn't go down again. I kind of thought I would just hold the ridge in a sense, that I would continue on the ridge and then get to the last climb, but unfortunately I had to go down to a cabin called the Big Creek Cabin and then up this climb here again, which is a really famous climb for all skiers in Oslo, because it's an entrance point for a really nice cross-country ski trips in the winter. And for people who just want to have a nice training session in the afternoon, usually just go up and down or they do hill repeats. So feels good to be here because it's like feels quite close to home. But it was brutal, bitch of a climb. It's much easier double poling up this climb than riding a bike up, that's for sure. Damn it, I'm struggling right now. But we are now pretty damn close to the last climb, and I mean that now, because now we're back up again and we're gonna do a loop, and then I think it's 5Ks maybe till the entrance. Then we're gonna run up to the viewpoint, snap some quick photos, and then it's pretty much all the way downhill to the car road, and where basically our day are gonna end. So sick day, but let's get over with it. From the lake to the trailhead where I'm now was way longer than I thought it would be. Way longer. Because I was really thinking that I'll make sunset in good time and I'll be home long before dark, but that's not the case. Jesus Christ, getting here was a battle. It was brutal. It's been insane. But okay, into the forest now. Last proper climb up to the viewpoint, and then it's a lot of descending back home, but not there quite yet. But I think I have to get the lights going because it's gonna get dark soon, fortunately. But okay, we're gonna make it. I see a watchtower right in front of me, right here. That's it, last climb, last summit, the Oppkuv. No way to translate that to English. Well, here we are, 7 out of 7. Oh my god, this was insane. This was insane. I can see my home from here actually. I can actually see my home from here, those two towers. That's basically my home. Now I gotta get there. That's my last concern right now. Yeah, I think we just crossed 12 hours, or we are in that area, 6:30 or something. The time is now, and that's when I started today, so. Okay, let's just wrap things up. Let's get that back down before it gets dark, because I really, really want to get home right now. It's getting dark and slippery and muddy. Oh, the hiking trails is something I don't want to ever see again this fall, I think. Last climb is always a bitch, but I'm home. I'm pretty tired, as you can probably tell. 14.5 hours, 180 Ks in that area, so yeah, I don't know how many height meters, but I reckon it was at least around 3,500 to 4,000, so
It's been a good day out. Let's just put that down first and foremost. It's been a good day out. Yeah, insane day.
Super stoked, and I feel ready for what's to come. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you very soon again. Peace.